Hi, I'm Seth Wilson, IT Administrator for East Texas Lighthouse for the Blind. I also teach App Camp. Today I'll be showing you the accessibility features in Amazon's Kindle app for iOS. When the iPad first came out, Apple's own iBooks app was the only e-reader that supported accessibility features like VoiceOver, at least among the mainstream e-readers. And this is a real shame because Amazon's Kindle library is by far the largest library of ebooks. Fortunately, Amazon has rectified this situation with an accessibility update to its app that came out almost a year ago now. So let's dive in and see what that looks like. When I open the Kindle app, the book I was reading, in this case, Peter and Wendy by James Barrie, will open up. And if I turn on VoiceOver...
VoiceOver on. Kindle. Double tap for menu. Swipe 2 fingers down for continuous reading. Double tap and hold to select text.
You'll notice that right off the bat when I turn VoiceOver on, and by the way, I just used my triple-click home button shortcut to turn on VoiceOver. You can see my accessibility video to learn how that works. But once I turn on VoiceOver, the Kindle app gives me instructions on how to use the app with VoiceOver. Specifically, the one gesture that you'll want to practice is the 2-finger swipe downwards. That gesture, if you're unfamiliar with VoiceOver, will read continuously from the current position on the screen. So it will also turn the pages for you, which is nice. So doing a 2-finger swipe down will just start reading. Once that's started, I can tap the screen with 2 fingers to pause it and tap again to resume.
This time this man is mine. Peter and Jane chapter I. Peter breaks through all children, except one. Grow up. They soon know that they will grow up, and the way Wendy knew was this. One day when she was 2 years old, she was playing in a garden, and she plucked another flower and ran with...
Now I've tapped the screen to pause the reading. Now one thing I've noticed in the Kindle app, as opposed to Apple's own iBooks app, is when I resume, it doesn't quite resume at the same spot. There's maybe a 2 or 3 word gap there that it misses.
Suppose she must have looked rather delightful, for Mrs. Darling put her hand to her heart and cried, "Oh, why can't you remain like this forever?" This was all that passed between them on the subject, but henceforth Wendy knew that she must grow up. You always know after you are 2. 2 is the beginning of the end. Of course they lived at 14, and until Wendy came her mother was the chief one. She was a lovely lady with...
So you'll notice there that it turned the page for me. Now, as you heard when the instructions first ran, it said I can double tap the screen to access the menu, and I can double tap anywhere on the screen, it doesn't matter where.
Menu on. Return to book.
And you'll notice the first option is I can return to the book, but if I swipe my finger to the left, just slide my finger to the left and then let go, I can scroll through the other menu options.
Bookmark, button, X-ray, notebook, Peter and Wendy. Search, button, view options, button, menu, button. Double tap to dismiss menu.
So the Amazon Kindle app has a lot of features like X-ray, which shows some kind of social aspects of the book, like passages that other people have favorited, etc. There's the bookmark feature, which adds bookmarks, search for searching passages within the book. There's plenty of other videos out there, and Amazon's own support for exploring the app's many features. This video is more intended to show you how VoiceOver works with the app. So now that I've opened up my menu, you'll see that my first option there is Library.
Library, button. Menu, button.
And if I double tap Library, I can return to my library of books and open up another
All
book.
items, Peter and Wendy. From Elvish to Klingon, Exploring Invented Languages, Gilgamesh, A New English Version, Mitchell, Stephen. Book downloaded, Gilgamesh, A New English Version, Mitchell. Gilgamesh, A New English Version, Mitchell. Next, double tap for menu. Swipe 2 fingers down for continuous reading.
So you'll notice that if I'm in the mood for some ancient mythology, I can fire up Gilgamesh and switch books on the fly. So, as you can tell from this brief demonstration, the Amazon Kindle app is now fully VoiceOver compatible. You can do anything you can do in iBooks in Kindle. It's worth noting, too, that the Barnes & Noble Nook app is also completely VoiceOver
Clock
compatible, and in fact it has its own kind of lengthier tutorial when you fire up VoiceOver on the Barnes & Noble Nook app. I don't show it here because sadly it just doesn't have the selection that Kindle has. Kindle is really the gold standard when it comes to ebook selection, and thanks to Amazon's efforts, that is now accessible to us blind and visually impaired readers. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TylerLighthouse or visit us on the web at www.tylerlighthouse.org.